What? Huh? Oh, I should take it seriously. You're right. You're right. We should take this seriously. Hey, seekers. If you're going outside, wear protection. Okay? I love you too much. I love you too much. And I can't run to the hospital for you because I have to stay here. So take it seriously and wear this. Okay, my loves? Truly. I mean, yeah, put flowers on it, but still, put it on. Hello, beautiful seekers. How are you? How is quarantine and chill? Huh? I'm going to wait a little bit to give more people the opportunity to join before we start. But I will say that it doesn't matter how high you vibrate, how much you meditate, how amazing and glorious and bright and beautiful you are, which you are. You are still within this structure of reality. So we need to take this seriously, okay? Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories going on out there. Hey, I'm up for it. Let the imagination run wild. Let facts run wild. Let your intuition and your channeling and your knowing and your foresight run wild, but still take precautions. Okay? Oh, hey, Beatrice. Oh, I have some familiar names. Hello, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining. I really appreciate this. For those of you who are joining after the live, if you're watching this after the live, totally okay. Once we start the meditation, follow and connect with us and do the same. And in retrospective, the energy will connect to the energy of the collective, okay? So I am not the one who initiated this. I mean, here on my channel, of course, welcome to the Existential Shift. But this is a global movement that initiated a global meditation for the collective, mass meditation. And I find it to be beautiful. I do believe in the power of energy. We know it already. It's quantum physics. Our heart and our emotion change the molecules in water, and that's matter. Okay? So it is as spiritual as it is scientific. It is scientific as it is spiritual. We all have the power of consciousness, and we can make a difference. And I think this is a beautiful opportunity for us to be together in separation. This separation and division actually, ironically, but it also makes sense, connects us further and helps unify us. I personally don't think it's a conspiracy of the evil forces of the universe to bring us down. I think it's just cause and effect. Call it karma, call it reason, nature's equilibrium. But either way, whatever the theory may be, whatever you think you know, or whatever you do know, as long as you remember that spiritual is also practical and it's not distant from our reality, it's not, somewhere over the rainbow that you can sit in your mind of meditation and your body will remain fine if you expose yourself or don't take precautions. No. I want to take this opportunity to emphasize this. I care about you guys. I care about your spiritual journey, but also your obviously physical life. I want you to prosper, and that includes health. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? We're already 5 minutes in, so I feel like we can start soon. Not the meditation. The meditation will start in 20 minutes. We will do it together with the collective because on the West Coast, it's 7:45. p.m. On the East Coast, it's 10:45 p.m. And do the math wherever you are in the world. And we will all do it together. But before that, I want us to have a little bit of a chat, a shift talk, see where you guys at. How are you feeling? How this is affecting you? If you have any questions in regards to what it means energetically, spiritually, questions in general, now would be the time. So let me know. And in the meantime, I'm going to, oh wait. No, I imagined. And in the meantime, I'm just going to say, well, happy 444 portal. If you don't know what I mean, today is April 4th, 2020. 2020, 2 plus 2 equals 4. So it's 444. How do I connect this to what we're going through? So astrologically, Pluto and Jupiter are doing a dance. Okay. Pluto has been dancing with a lot of partners. Recently, it's been going around the room, changing lives, messing shit up, rebuilding shit up, being like, let me swirl you in the room. I'm so charming and romantic, until you find yourself crash into a wall and be like, where am I? Who am I? Oh, something like that. Pluto is the devious guy that is so damn handsome you just can't say no to. He asks you out to dance, and you're like, oh, this is a mistake. Red flags all over. Okay. Red flags all over. And you're like, damn, I can't. I mean, I gotta. And you take the dance, and you find yourself in a corner afterwards being like, what just happened? It does what it does, and it's a good thing. Pluto is the planet of death, destruction, and liberation, and creation, and evolution. So right now, 4 in numerology is the number of the structure of the system, but in Babylon numerology, it's also the number of sight, of foresight, of foreseeing the future worlds. So it's a combination of the reality of the world, of the structure as we know it, but also as we see it to become. And 4 amplified by 3 today, it's very symbolic with all the planetary shifts that are happening right now. And I'm talking from a place that has a little bit of a general knowledge in everything, but I mainly feel things. So the way all the dots are connected is that these 4s, I mean, look at the structures that are now being super challenged and borderline destroyed, okay? They went out to dance with Pluto, and now they're like, they're pretty sure they're not going to call them a day later. And they're left to deal with the ruins. Anyway, so sorry for making something funny out of this. I just, what else can you do? But we see the medical system collapsing, and we're seeing the education system. Everything is changing, right? It's homeschooling and so forth and so on. We see the governmental structures just being in complete mayhem. The economy, should I say. I would more focus on the economy, the medical system, and the education system. 3 major structures, right? And what kind of changes and shifts and destructions they're going through right now. So yes, as individuals, we are suffering each to their own with however this, affects us on a personal level. Some people lost their jobs. Some people are terrified for their health, for their loved ones. It touches everyone one way or another. But if we look at it on a grand scale, this is what we've been talking about in the community for a really long time. It's not really a surprise. I mean, not necessarily the fact that it came as a virus, but the fact that something major is happening right now isn't really a surprise. We've been talking about it for a really long time, right? We all love the thought of change in theory, but then when we're asked to actually change, no. Well, this is your opportunity. I'm not saying to ignore whatever difficulty you're going through. Quite the opposite. Face it, but face it in a different way than what you used to. If you were on your path, if you were doing what you were echoed to do here, if you were following your passion and exerting the blueprint that you are with your actions and the way you live your life, great, keep doing that. Maybe you're now being put in a position of leadership to help others. Like many in the spiritual community, maybe you've already went through all this hurricane of a drama a year ago, 2 years ago, who knows how many years ago. And now you're equipped to guide others through this. Or maybe you're going through a collapse right now. Then know that this is an opportunity to do the thing that you were always scared to do. To pursue the thing that you were always pushing aside. Now, I know you hear it all the time everywhere, and that's great. But it's really important for me to emphasize this. This is not just something we tell you to pass time with. This is literally a choice, a life choice that can lead you in your direction. We talk about the earth split, right? We talk about shifting from 3D to 5D dimension, if you're new to this terminology, from the 3 dimensions, which is the reality as we know it, to a 5 dimensions where we vibrate on a higher frequency, where there's more unity as opposed to polarities. But the unity comes from unison of those polarities. What does that mean in practicality and not just in philosophy? That if right now, as you are being cornered by life, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, whether it be fear, grief, sadness, anger, resentment, all the fun, negative things. Don't try to push them. For example, when you meditate, and when we're going to meditate today, whatever is coming out of you isn't being forced upon you by some negative demon from the outside that is trying to destroy the world. No, it is you are shaken by circumstance. So there's no energy to maintain the masks and the boundaries, and nothing but your truth comes out. And there you meet yourself. And what do you say to yourself? No, I don't know you. You're not a part of me, or you were imposed on me. You're a lie. No, nothing is a lie. It's a part of you. It's an opportunity to embrace it. Not denying it, not suppressing it, not shoving it and making it, echo even stronger. Take this time to spend time with your angels and with your demons, with your hopes and your fears. Create, build for the future as you process, as you do the shadow work. There is no greater opportunity in the history of your life to do shadow work. That's the most spiritual thing you can do. We talk about unconditional love, right? We're going to do a global meditation right now and send unconditional love to the world. Great. Well, you are the world seeker. You are the metonymy, the microcosm, the Orion's belt from Men in Black on the cat. You are the universe. You are the world. When you go within, you find the universe. You find all the truth there is to find. How come we find out so much about the world as we are forced to go within and within ourselves, right? So give that unconditional love to yourself, to the aspects of yourself that you normally deny, that you normally suppress, that you normally feel like they're wrong, that you normally in the pursuit of healing them. You having a trauma from something horrible or difficult that happened to you in childhood means that there's something wrong with you that you need to fix? Absolutely not. And if it all comes out now, it's because it wants you to address it. It's calling you to embrace it, to embrace yourself. It's just an example. It doesn't have to be a childhood trauma. It could be any sort of fear. People walk around thinking they're superheroes, that they're the toughest people in the world, nothing they can't handle because they saw it in the movies, but they never went through one war. Now, look what's happening. And they're super terrified, super stressed, not wanting to help anyone else, buy everything in the grocery store. No one has anything left for them. I'm not trying to shade that person. I'm just saying this is who you are. You want to be the hero? First, you need the chance to recognize that you're not there yet, that you have some sort of fear of losing control, of getting hurt, that pretending to be a hero was a way of telling yourself you will always be there for yourself if something happens. And here you are, always there for yourself when something happens. But are you there for people the way you envisioned yourself that you would? I'm just giving examples. It could be anything. How many people after this are either going to get a divorce or going to get married? People are going to get to know each other truly. There's a lot to worry about at these times. There's a lot of pain out there right now. But there's also a lot of magic and virtue and opportunity. And in a few minutes, we're going to start meditating. I'm going to do a guided meditation where occasionally I will speak to you, but you don't have to follow it. If you want to try listening to me and you're like, no, I'm not connecting, you can mute and then do your own. It's going to be 20 minutes globally. Millions of people, hopefully. And I've seen it in so many places being advertised, so hopefully it will be as big as it seems to be. Okay? So we'll do it for 20 minutes. But you can do it your own way. For those 20 minutes, you can mute. You don't have to listen to me. But for those of you who want to be guided by me during this meditation, then, of course, that's what we're here for. But either way, even if you're muting this, it's going to be fun for us to do this together energetically. I will specifically use Reiki symbols. One of them you will see when I will turn the camera in a couple of minutes. I set up a nice frame for you to look at if you don't want to close your eyes. One of the things that you'll see is a Reiki symbol called Chukure. It's from Reiki 1. I'm going to use symbols from Reiki 2 as well, but you're going to see a symbol from Reiki 1 called Chukure. It's a symbol of protection, and it's a symbol of purification and strengthening. It's a very strong, positive symbol. It really, you can't go wrong with it. And it doesn't matter if anyone has, God forbid, a bad intent. The symbol is positive on its own, so you can't use it or you can't manipulate it to do harm. So you don't have to understand it. You don't have to remember the name of it, but you can just look at it. If that makes you feel stronger and safer. Now, after this 20 minutes, stick around. We will talk further. I will read more of your chats and answer questions. Okay, so stay tuned. We have a couple of minutes. So make yourself 3 minutes, actually. So make yourself comfortable. You're not going to see me. I'm going to turn the screen because I'm going to lay down on the couch. And I'm going to turn the screen so you can look at the frame that I just described. And you can, once again, follow my guidance or not. But my guidance will include self-healing because you are the microcosmos. And it might not feel uplifting for some of you. For some of you, it will. For people who have done a lot of shadow work, it will. Now, once again, there's no someone better and someone not as good. This is about where you are on the journey. Allow me to clarify. If you feel like you're about to cry or have all kinds of negative emotions, this doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means that you have work of integration to do and of processing to do. That is now coming up. Okay, so honor it, listen to it, honor to yourself, listen to yourself. Once again, you can always mute and just practice your own meditation if it's something that you had in mind that you wanted to do. All good. Sounds better than shadows working on you. Yeah, better than working with your shadows than have them work on you. That's for sure. Okay, the stars only shine in the space, in the darkness. They correlate and they serve each other. All the range of your emotions serve each other, serve the individual that is you. And the more you allow yourself to be who you are, not anything else, simply be. Not try to be, just be. Just be. In the next 20 minutes, I don't want you to try and be anything. I don't want you to try to be a guru. I don't want you to try to practice magic. I don't want you to try. Don't try to do anything. Just be. That is the magic. You don't need magic if you are magic. You are magic. I'm not just saying that. You're extremely powerful as you are. The reason you don't know how powerful you are is because you keep trying to pull tricks up your sleeves. Work with your energy, work with your heart by allowing them to express themselves to you, okay? Okay, I love you guys. We're starting. The world is starting now. I find this really exciting. So many people around the globe are together. Okay. Let's see. Do you like this frame that I created for you guys? Oh, mask. Let me light a candle. You see, this is the symbol here, the chocolate. If you're not seeing it clearly, it's okay. The energy is here. You can Google it afterwards, or I'll show it to you from closer. You know what? I'll show it to you right now. Here. You see better? Great. All right. So, let's start. Take a deep breath. That's the most important thing to do. The most important thing to do is to take a deep, deep breath. Now, technically, it will start in about 4 minutes, global meditation, but I want us to go into it energetically first, here with ourselves, before we energetically join the collective. So make sure you're taking deep, deep breaths. You can either close your eyes, or you can stare at the candle or any of the positive images in front of you. There's no right or wrong. Allow your instincts to speak. I recommend sitting with your back straight to allow clean flow throughout your channel of energy, the Kundalini, which is your spine, by the way. You have the first chakra at the bottom of your spine, and the last, allegedly the last, physically last chakra at the tip of your head. 7 chakras to represent 7 energetic points in your body. And as you're breathing really, really deep in and out, I want you to feel that every time oxygen comes into your lungs, it makes your chakras glow brighter. For those of you who know the colors of the chakras, great. Keep in mind, it's not obligated to be by the book. If you feel orange in your base chakra instead of red, and if you feel yellow in your crown chakra instead of purple, that's okay. You have your own blueprint right now that represents your emotions, your state of mind. The only way to support the big puzzle, the collective, is by fully tapping into the piece of the puzzle that is you, which is unique and special. Unity comes from diversity. So be as diverse as you are. For those of you who want me to repeat the colors, the base chakra is red. At the bottom, Then if you go up a few inches, it's orange. I want you to feel those colors or any other color as you're taking deep breaths. Your third chakra at the center, above your navel, is the sacral chakra. It's yellow. Your fourth chakra at the heart is pink or green. Your fifth chakra at your throat is blue. Your sixth chakra at your forehead, the third eye, is purple. And the seventh chakra is at the tip of your head, the crown, it's white. And once again, it doesn't have to follow those colors. Let them mix with each other, but I want you to feel your entire body being filled with colors that are very, very bright and full of light. Now that light is not perfection. It's just a unique blueprint that you are. So if you're feeling joyous, smile. If you're feeling sad, cry. If you're not feeling anything, stay numb. There is nothing wrong with you. And I want you to take one deep breath. Exhale. And I want you to repeat after me 3 times the symbol that you're seeing in front of you as protection as you inhale it into you, the energy and the power of it. Chokore, chokore, chokore. I'll say it again. Chokore, chokore, chokore. Now what this does, it protects your energetic boundaries. It allows you to send healing, to help the collective, but in a way that also allows you to receive healing. Rather than being at your expense, it also strengthens you. Polarity and separation will say a healing that you give someone will weaken you. And there were days like that. And I'm sure every empath can relate to the feeling of whenever you help others, you feel weakened. It's from a place that doesn't know how to transmute energy. And it's actually way more simple than it sounds. To transmute energy, you have to acknowledge the energy. Energy is emotion, whatever it is that you feel. Do not shove it. So whatever you're feeling, allow it to come up. Yes, you can help the collective and be a part of this global meditation if you're feeling angry right now, if you're feeling scared, if you're worried, or if you think it's funny and that I sound like a crazy person. All good. Whenever you tap into your emotion fully, your energy becomes way stronger. And then you have a lot of energy to give out. And energy is energy. So even if you're giving out energy that is strong based on sadness or grief or anger or joy or disrespect or numbness, whatever it is, it's still energy, bottom line. So now take a few more deep breaths. Feel how your energy is stronger, how the frequency is higher. And now think of yourself as Gaia. Imagine yourself surrounded with a ball. You're inside a ball, and this ball is planet Earth. And you see the colors of the ocean, the islands, of the forests, even the sky and the clouds and the ozone layer above it. And you are inside of it. You are the beating heart of it. You can acknowledge the animals walking on top of it and even hear their footsteps. Acknowledge the people and how they might be feeling right now, including those who are probably very scared right now, especially those who are sick. And imagine those who are fine. Imagine anything that can come to your mind that has to do with Gaia. And remember that you are inside of it and included within it. You are a part of it. And as you are feeling whatever it is that you're feeling, truly, not fighting your thoughts, not fighting your mood, the path of least resistance. As you surrender resistance, as you are in harmony and accepted and acceptance, as you are loving yourself with no terms and conditions, that's the same unconditional love and energy that Gaia is receiving thanks to you. Whatever colors that you are, whatever emotions that you are, keep breathing it in and out. Circular. They come and they go freely. Don't hold on to them with force. Don't shun them with force. Don't use force. Just stay like that and let your imagination roll. And whatever colors come up, come up. And I want you to know that the healing of this planet and the healing of this virus, etc., relies on the healing of yourself. If every single one of us puts ourselves where our soul truly wants to be, where our heart truly wants to be, whether it be a dream job, a dream person, without forcing anyone, of course, or pursuing that which is you are passionate about, not egoic about, not in competition about, but truly passionate about. Once you are put within the blueprint of yourself, and you can tell it by simply what it is that you love doing. You don't have to book a reading with me to know that your true destiny is in what it is that you love to do. I'll just tell you that. And once you do that, you take that spot in the grand puzzle. It is your spot. It's your piece of the puzzle. It's where you ought to be. It's where you want to be. And you know how when you make a puzzle, and the more you fix it and solve it and put pieces in their place, the easier it gets for the other pieces to find themselves? As you heal yourself, it's a domino effect for others to do the same. So there's no shame here. There's no blame. There's no guilt. There's no expectations. Whatever you're feeling right now is perfect. Just by crying or by laughing or by thinking that I'm funny, you are a part of this global meditation and you are helping. You're doing a lot. And I'm very proud of you for being here. Now I'm going to stop talking. And I want you to keep breathing. And keep feeling. We have about 13 minutes longer. And I'll just tell you when it ends, and we'll go back to talking, okay? Have fun.
Main actor reenacts actual real-life true events.
Okay, guys. So, of course, if you wish to continue, you may do so. And I'm going to take a deep breath. And slowly turn the camera to get back to me. Hi. Okay. How you doing? Oh my god, look at my hair. Oh my god, look at my hair. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to get back. See that there's still a lot of people hanging around. Thank you for being here. And thank you to my moderators and my patrons who joined. I really appreciate your ongoing support. Hello. How was it? Tell me your experience. Your Aussie Shepherd puppy jumped up on the bed to meditate, to follow Morgane's direction. I never saw him do that before. Aww. Oh my God, dogs are everything. A dog, if you reverse the letters, it's God. And in Hebrew, dog is kelev, which literally means kelev, literally means as a heart. So dogs get God and as a heart. I mean, that's not saint on this planet. I don't know what is. I feel as if I came and went to places far and wide. Cool. Relaxing. Okay, that's good. That's good. Symmetry. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if there's any statement that you want to make. Although I don't know about the statements. Feel free to ask questions. If you want to know deeper and further, I felt both light and heavy energies pass through. That makes total sense, Jenny. That actually means that you did it really well. Not that there was a wrong way or a right way to do it, but it means you did it fully. If you felt both heavy energies and light energies, that's what it takes to transmute. Cool. So, by the way, if you want to know deeper and further about my views on this, what we're going through right now globally, I did a live, the last live that I did. If you scroll back 13 tarot scopes back, I called it the PR of global warming, the publicist of global warming. And I'm a little bit harsher there. There isn't a sweet guided meditation. But if you want my take on it anyway. Beatrice, energy flowing, heart and crown chakra very active, and my hands were so hot. That's awesome. The fact that your hands were hot, that means that energy was surging through you. Because we take energy and exert energy from the 5 points of us: the head, the hands, and the legs, the feet. Okay. Normally, the head takes in energies from above, the feet takes in energies of Gaia, of the earth, and the hands kind of in and out, both of them. It's kind of a transmutation of both. So, that's good. What else? Sorry, I'm a little bit like, I'm going to probably close this soon because I see that I have an opportunity to have a live video less than an hour. That's exciting. Could you tell us more about the protective symbol and the images you selected for this meditation? So the images I selected were, you saw the tarot cards, and those are that's just like something I hang on my wall because I love those cards and they have great vibes. And I thought it would be great for you guys to have something nice to look at. The painted one is a painting that I made here. I made this a few years ago. It's from the Mythic Tarot. It's a combination of 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups from the Mythic Tarot. It's just something I did for fun a really long time ago, and I still have it, and I thought it's really good vibes for you guys. And yes, I can tell you more about the symbol, but not a lot, and I'll explain why. So this is the chocoré. It's a symbol of, it starts from here, and it goes like this. And it's a very powerful Reiki symbol of protection. Reiki has different symbols for different stages. Like I have Reiki, I'm a Reiki 2 practitioner, so I know a few more symbols. There are symbols that I'm not as familiar with. I mean, I'm familiar with them theoretically, but not in practice because I'm not a Reiki 3 practitioner. I'm not going for the master, right? Not yet anyway. And the reason why I can't go deeper into them, not that it's like a forbidden secret or anything like that, but those are energetic points that are triggered to be opened within you by a Reiki master when you go study Reiki. So even though we are all potential healers, and some of us it comes naturally to us, actual Reiki is very powerful healing, and it's something that you need to have it being opened within you, like a by a Reiki master. Not just any Reiki practitioner. Like I, for example, I'm not going to pretend to do that for you, but for a Reiki master, from a Reiki master. And the knowing of the symbol is more energetically and sensory than it is theoretically. I mean, you can Google chocoré on Google and you'll find images and you'll find theoretical explanations, which is why I don't see the point, because in theory you have a lot of resources, but in essence you have to go through Reiki, the Reiki process to fully understand them. But I also focus, if you're just curious, on this symbol, which is Seiheki, which is great for mental balance and calm and serenity. I just gave this energy and that triggered the one behind it. And the most important one, Woncha's Shonen, which opens a portal between, it crosses boundaries of geography into time. It doesn't have any sort of boundary. So it opens a portal, and you got to know how to work with them energetically, because once you open a portal, you also want to close it. Does that make sense? So I was doing a little bit of energy work with you guys while you were doing this. But I'm getting the sense now, just because of how I'm feeling physically a little bit, not bad, no worries. It's just how I'm usually feeling after a big Reiki session, that it did expand for who's ever watching and who will be watching moving forward. So the energy was sent. And anyway, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm just confusing you, but I hope that was a good explanation for you. Herb Palmer, 144,000. That's a huge topic on its own. So there's a theory that says that there are 144,000, call it twin flames, call it light workers, call it divine feminine, divine masculine. There's different ways to address them, right? But 144 either couples or individuals that I just got clarification. Individuals on the planet that are light workers, that are supposed to help shift humanity and the planet to the next level, right? And don't take it to such a sci-fi, everything is Wi-Fi, to such a sci-fi detached notion. Think of our existence in terms of evolution, right? Humanity has evolved physically, cognitively, emotionally, knowledge-wise, technology, so that the planet has went through many cycles and changes. Evolution is a natural state of the order that we're a part of, right? So this next transition is also a part of it. We just have now social media and ways to tell the world and talk to each other about it. So it sounds metaphysical, but it's also metaphysical, but it's also physical. We're going through an evolution, a shift, and this time it's more energetic because we started in the really low frequency in the material world of survival ages ago. And as with every generation and every millennia, sorry, I need to take a drink. We evolve also with the frequency. What does that mean? From matter to energy. Okay? E equals mc squared. It's not really different. It's just how we manifest our existence here in this life. So we started with really condensed reality, mass within this E equals mc squared equation. I love science. I love math. I think spirituality and science are just different languages to describe the same things. So I will always find opportunities to connect and explain myself through that. So bear with me if you don't like science, but hey. And mass times speed of times mc squared. Mass times speed of light times speed of light equals energy. And when I say times, I mean movement. Okay, so basically that's just an explanation. And that equation is the equation of creation, the theory behind the Big Bang. And it's also the equation of destruction. It's the equation that they use to create the atom bomb, by the way. Okay, so one equation represents energy and mass. One equation represents creation and destruction. One equation represents mass and energy. One equation represents science and spirituality. Are you getting my point? So our evolution it's a cycle, not as much as a linear line. Okay, you can think of it, we're going from mass to energy in our existence, right? From really condensed reality, survival based existence to more knowledge, technology, and so on. But it's not really linear because we will return to the start. Remember, E equals mc squared. It's just the same. We're just going through the cycle of experiencing life. Because theoretically, that's how the divine wants to experience itself, through us. Okay? And I'm saying so many things at once, I'm sorry. But what did I start with? The 144,000. Yeah. So those are the people who allegedly, theoretically, are to help bring humanity, shift humanity to the next level. And that is by, anyone can take a guess, what do they need to do first? Love. That's why it's referred to in the spiritual community as twin flames, soulmate, divine counterparts, so on and so on. Now, why did I correct myself from 144,000 to be singles as opposed to partners? Because it's 72,000, I believe, in theory. Again, this could be 144 million. It could be 144. It could just be a symbolic, theoretical notion, or philosophical, but not actually the number, right? But because you asked, I'm going to tell you the story. I personally, this is my theory, I think 144 is divided into 72 couples. I don't think it's 144,000 couples. I think it's 144,000 individuals that make 72,000 couples. And I'm taking it from Kabbalah, which is the very ancient wisdom of Judaism. It's the occult and the metaphysics of Judaism, okay? So in Kabbalah, there are 72 names for God. Every single name of these 72 names consists of 3 letters. So there are 72 codes. Each code is made of 3 letters in the Hebrew alphabet with a special meaning, a special energetic healing, powerful meaning. And those 3 letters create one code out of the 72. And those 72 are the names of God, right? 144 equals 9, 72 equals 9. Yes, 9 is a divine number. In Babylon numerology, they didn't address 9. They didn't assign a letter to 9 because 9 was alleged like above all numbers. Because everything sums to 9. If you do 1 plus 2 plus 3 until you go to 8, the total is 9. And it's the only number that doesn't disappear. 9 plus 7, 16. That always disappears. I'm sorry. 9 plus 7, 16, 7. 9 plus 8, 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. So the 9 is considered to be a very spiritual, metaphysical number. Yes. And divine. Anyway, we're just like giving an added aspect to it. But I personally connect 72,000 couples, as is 72 names for God, as is a divine masculine and a divine feminine energy that connect. And I'm not referring to masculine body and feminine body. This does not discriminate gay people. Okay, I'm referring to energies, masculine energy and feminine energy. When those unite, that's unison of the extremes, of the polarities, of the yin and the yang, of the black and the white, right? And that's divinity. That's our search to finish the war between polarities, to break through the Hermetic law and connect back to source, right? So theory goes, the way we connect back to source is by true love, connecting femininity and masculinity. And then when all those individuals / couples are together, that love, all that true, pure love will allegedly, supposedly, bring up the frequency of the planet so high, because love is pure. Love is God. Where we will automatically unite with God, because we will become God. And that's the explanation. That's my explanation anyway for the 144,000. There are so many stories in the occults and in philosophy and in theology and in religion about how we are to find God. Bottom line, divinity is within every single one of you. And that's the most important thing for me to make sure that you remember. That all the stories are legit and beautiful, and they are a way to. But it's not at the expense of, it's not a condition. You are already it. Right? It's like if you were born a baby, a feminine baby, you're a feminine, you're a woman. Yeah, you're going to go through the journey of growing up, but you already are that which you are to become. You already are pure and divine and perfect, that which you are to become. All those stories are just different paths, different ways, different means to get to the place that is already within you, ironically enough. Does that make sense? Numerology and sacred geometry are language of creation, all leading to love. Yes, basically. You just summed it up for me. Thanks. It took me 15 minutes to say what you said in a sentence. Thanks. The mystery of 369. Yeah, Tesla was obsessed. Nikola Tesla. If you like sacred geometry and numbers, you have got to search, to Google Nikola Tesla. The company Tesla, Elon Musk, it's all technology based on his brilliance. Okay, and free energy is something that he discovered long ago. We could have been living a sustainable, free energy life a long time ago. Electricity didn't actually save us. It kind of screwed us over. We just didn't know, because we didn't know there was a better alternative. A little bit of a history lesson. Google Nikola Tesla and his burned down lab. Oh, you'll find some stories. Nikola Tesla and his burned down lab. You'll find some. It's a true story. We've been praying for that, which has been around for a really long time. Okay. Okay, guys. Anything else? Anyone else? Thank you so much for my patrons who joined. If you haven't checked out Patreon, it's my lovely community of existential seekers, seers, shifters that I would love for you to join, where I speak more freely. Yeah, it's possible. And check out Tarot Masterclass Bunka if you want to learn how to do tarot. All the links are below. And I'm recording this in April, so all the tarot scopes for all the 13 signs are up. Enjoy them. The extendeds are up. And ooh, this is a very good time to watch your karmic shift and liberation, guys. I did the special for the new year and for the new decade, karmic shift and liberation, for one for each sign. So the one for Fucus, the Immigrant's Empire, is for free on my YouTube if you want to see an example. And there's one for each sign on Vimeo. And they're all also available on Tier 3 on Patreon. And every reading is a very in-depth reading that has 17 tarot card spread that I created for this. I'm also using oracles and runes. It really goes into your past lifetimes karma, generational karma, and current lifetime self-made karma. That's a good time to watch it. I think that's it. Am I forgetting anything? Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate the love. Share this with people who you believe can benefit from this. If you're new to my channel and you're stumbled upon, I do tarot scopes based on the zodiac with tarot cards. But on Patreon, there's tarot, but also runes and animal spirit and a lot of medicine woman videos and all kinds of fun stuff. I see a lot of hearts. Thank you. You're most welcome, everybody. Thank you. I feel like there was a lot of energy at work at this session because I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling doozy, and I need to drink a lot of water and rest. Not in a bad way. Don't really not in a bad way. It's just really natural. Okay. I love you guys. Stay magic. Stay safe.